Hey guys, welcome back to Professional WordPress Web Development course. Let's say you have a website and you have certain articles to show, right? You want to create a blog section as it is here, right? So if you want to create a blog, then you'll have to show the articles, right? And the best way to show articles is by using this widget called as posts. You can easily create something like this, and the design you can if you tweak design, then you can also create something like this as well. And how does it look on the live website? It will look something like this. See, in a card format, or else if you want to make it more complex and more intuitive, then you can work like this, and you can arrange it like this as well. Image will come on the left, and on the right hand side you'll have the text and read more button. As soon as you click on this, you'll be redirected to the particular blog article, right? This is the blog article. So how to create these blog pages, how to create the templates, how to create the archive pages, all these things are already covered inside this tutorial here. But for now, in this video, we'll see what is this widget doing and what exactly how exactly to work with this particular widget, right? Okay, so you need to understand that before using this widget, you need to make sure that we have some articles uploaded in the backend of the WordPress website. And how to upload articles? We just need to go to dashboard, and under posts you need to create articles. Here I already have these articles, so I can now style those articles here, right? You will learn all these things, how to create how to add all those things in this video in 5.4, right? For now, you just assume that we already have articles in backend and we need to design those posts. Okay, what you need to do is, first thing, you need to simply drag this and drop it wherever you want, or else let's say just keep it here aside. Let's create one new section for this, and here you can set a width, let's say 1000 pixels width, and then height, let it be, and we can set some padding of 50 pixels, right? Just breathing area. And now let's go back to our widgets, and under pro section, first widget says posts, right? Just drag it and drop it here. As soon as you drop it, this is something this is the default design that comes with it. And now let's get started with tweaking the design. Select this post widget, and then here on the left hand side, first thing that you can customize is layout, and second thing is query, third thing is pagination. And the layout, what are the options? Let's see. First is, do you want to make it classic, cards, or full content format? You can click on full content format like this. It doesn't look good, right? Full content format in the sense the complete blog articles will be shown here, but we don't want that to happen. If you click on cards, it is still professional, it still looks good. And then if you click on classic, this is the classic design, right? Now let's keep it cards. It looks a bit more intuitive, right? And here, these are the avatars images, right? These are the images here of the one who has uploaded this article in the backend. If you remember, we can create users in WordPress, right? And the user who has uploaded this particular article, his face will be shown here. If you don't want that to happen, then you can simply come here on the left hand side and disable the avatar. And here you are seeing this badge. Badge is nothing but categories will be shown related to which the articles are uploaded. If you don't want this also, then you can simply disable badge as well, or else if that has to be shown, enable this. And badge taxonomy, do you want to show tags or formats, product categories and product tags? These are the 5 options that we have, and based on your requirement, design requirement, you can enable it. Right now I don't think it is required here, so let me disable. And here, okay, once it is disabled, it looks much neat right now. And this text, we don't like it, right? And you can decide how many articles has to be shown, whether you want to show 20 articles, 30 articles, 40 articles. How to decide that one? By default 6 articles are coming up here, right? So go to layouts. Under layouts, you have option to select the columns. You can select 4-column layout, or see, the 4-column layout, articles will be divided here like this. In the 5-column layout, 5 articles will be aligned, but it doesn't look good, so let me make it 3-column layout. And the cards are becoming too much long, right? We don't want this section. Anyways, once the user clicks on this image, he's redirected to the particular blog. So we don't want to show this article content here itself. So what we can do is we can disable this article content that is shown here, is called as excerpt. So let me just disable this, or else you can enable it and decide how many characters you want to show, but it's better to disable it. Let us keep it clean. Now this looks much cleaner. Let me just click on update and see how it looks now. If we scroll down, these are the designs that I had created before recording this video, and this is what we just now created. These are the 6 blog articles. So what if we don't want to show the 6 blog articles? Then we can decide how many articles that we want to show. We just want to show 3 articles. And do you want to show image or no? You can disable images as well. You can just keep it like this if you want to, based on your design requirements. I want to show the images, and now you can change the image ratio, right? And then title, the tag that you want to assign to the title, and then read more. Badges we have disabled. Okay, so layouts are completed. Now query. So in query we can write from where you want to pull these articles, from posts or pages or products or manual selection or current query related. So here right now we want to show it from the post articles, and randomly it can show include by term or other. You can search for articles by terms, and then you can include it here if it is required. Then we have dates, from where you want to show all dates, order by date, and descending or ascending. In the sense it'll depend, it'll take ascending, it'll show up in an ascending order. And ignore sticky posts, yes. And then order query ID, if you want to assign any ID for this particular query, then you can assign it. Right now it is not required. It is not required. Yeah, you don't want that. So yeah, this is how you assign, this is how you create this posts. And then you can show paginations. You want to show only numbers, or see here we have paginations, right? Or else you can also select previous and next, or you can select numbers and previous and next buttons as well, as it is in the last one, right? You can limit the pages, you can shorten it up if it is required, and then previous labels that you want to show, right? What kind of icons or what text you want to show here, you can decide. And alignment, if it has to be on the right side or left side or in the center. You can decide it easily, right? Once this is done, we can now enter into style options. In the styling options, first is layout styling. You can decide column gaps, you can decide row gaps. If you have more than one row, then you can imagine that one. If say let's keep it 6 articles, and now if you go to styles and change the row gap, right, the gap between each first row and second row increases, right? And then you can select the alignment to the left, right, and center. Let's keep it left aligned. And then these are all the cards, right? So now you have an option to change the background color of these cards. Let's keep it white. It looks good. We are good with white. And then we have an option to change the border color. And then we have an option to have some border width as well if you want to, right? I'm just playing around, so you can try different designs, and then you can have border radius if it is required. This doesn't look neat, but still you can play around with the design. And then we have horizontal padding. We can increase horizontal padding, or in the sense here we can increase the padding, and we can also increase vertical padding, right? Let's keep it normal. And horizontal padding, let's keep it here. It's fine. You can remove the border width as well. And then hover effect. As soon as we hover on this article, you see slight gradient hover effect, right? You can have this, you can change this to none, so gradient effect will be gone. You can have it. It is good to have a gradient effect, right? And now let's close this. We had layout styling, card styling, and then now image styling. Image styling in the sense we can decide the spacing of the image, and then CSS filters. You can assign CSS filters as well, but again these are not required, but you can anyhow play around with all these options. You can blur the images if it is required, right? And you can increase or decrease brightness and all those things. For now I'm good with the default options, because whatever images that I need, I can just simply edit those images and upload it, right? So that will be perfect. Instead of editing on the website using this tool, it is recommended to edit the image and then upload it. Now after that, content styling. Content in the sense heading, description, read more, and these things. For the title, meta details, and then read more, right? We don't have description, so it is not here. If we had that description, then there will be another option for a description as well. Titles, you can increase or decrease the spacing, and then you can decide the color, can change the color, right? Let me keep it black. Okay, and then we can change the color for meta as well. And then here in typography, you can decide the font family, and then font weight as well, right? As usual, you can change the stylings, typography stylings, And here for meta, you can update stylings. For read more button, you can increase the spacing and color. Let's keep it gray. This is fine. And then for pagination, this is the pagination. For this pagination, we have styling. First thing is we can increase the space and then space between, and then colors on hover, on active, on normal. On normal state, what it has to be the color you can decide, and on hover what has to be the color you can decide again. On active, again, let me give it blue, right? As soon as you hover on that, the colors changes, right? So like this you can tweak around with the designs, and this is how you use this widget called as posts. Let me click on update and let's see. Right, this is what we created just now. And as soon as visitor clicks on this any particular blog article, he'll be redirected to the particular article in that website. So don't worry, you will learn everything about how to create these archive templates, how to create this single post templates as well in next to next video. I mean the last video of this module of Elementor Pro. In here we will be learning everything about blogging system, right? In that I'll be teaching you how to create archive pages, how to create single post pages, and all those things. So right now the context was to tell you how to use this particular widget. So instead of skipping this, I just gave you an overview of how to use this widget. Okay, so I hope you understood. I will see you in the next video, and we'll cover the topic called as portfolio widget.